Don't adjust your eyes, people. This is Bad Pop here, laundry's done. We're going on 2.5 years, and since our last Q&A video did so well and it was so much fun, we're doing it again. Instead of me having bad news for you, you had bad news for me. Winning? No. I don't have any shits, or dams to give about any of this. Well, actually, there's a couple people out here. I'm gonna mail you a spoon so you can eat my ass. And with that being said, I hope you brought a Red Lobster bib. Because it's gonna get messy and sloppy up in here. Winning! Yeah! I can't tell you how many times I've heard people tell me I'm fat and I have moobs. Like I'm rocking a D cup up in this bitch. Like I need a Wonder Bra or a Wonder Bro. Well, I got a special video just to prove you wrong.
I'm 47. What's your excuse?
I'm doing pretty good for 47. You should ask your mama. For all you out there who don't really know what fat is, go to Walmart, they get on the battery-powered scooter so they can go get more calories to eat, to get fatter, and burn less calories to get the food. I mean, what kind of shit is that? When did it become a disability to be a huge goddamn calorie beast? And for all those feminists out there who are gonna call me a fat shamer, listen and listen up. If you're out of breath by the time you go halfway up a flight of stairs, that's shame in and of itself.
What exactly are you trying to say?
What exactly am I trying to say? These are a bunch of f***ing elephants.
This is one of my favorites. Aren't you ashamed for doing this show? Well, let me think. No.
Neither am I.
I always get this question also. Is why do you always wear the same stuff? Well, I'm going to answer that. So what, comma, I don't care. If you've been watching this show for a while, you know I wear red or black. I'm not a chick. I'm not going to sit in front of the mirror for an hour color coding everything just to please you. Off. I heard this one a lot, like, you're a rape apologist. And apparently, this is the worst spelling I've ever done on this show to date. That sounds right.
It's like...
And all I have to say is, you, not you, but my producer.
Yay!
It is not rape apology to promote situational awareness and some common goddamn sense. It's standard practice in the military. If there's an engagement and something goes bad, they pull it apart and figure out what went wrong so they can fix it next time. Rape is the only crime where when you ask about situational awareness, you're victim blaming. Why don't we stop treating ladies like babies? We've said it many times on this show. If you're really a rapist, you deserve to be stoned to death. And I'm a father of 2 daughters, so guess what? You touch one of my kids, you're done. Now, does that sound like the actions of a rape apologist? Winning? No. All right, I got this one a couple times here, that I dye my hair, so I must be gay. No, I dye my hair because it went gray. And it's not a toupee.
What f***ing come off?
So I am not gay, I'm gray. It's just an extra letter, but thank you for asking.
You're welcome! No,
I get this one a lot from a lot of guys out there, that I'm a mindless drone and a slave because I once was in the military. I guess if a mindless drone means being college educated, well-traveled in the world and other cultures, I guess you got me. I did amazing shit. I saw the whole world from the top down, bottom up, and every layer in between. And I absolutely loved it. The real mindless drones are the troll hole people who sit behind their keyboard and give opinions from the safety of home. Your idea of a travelogue is watching YouTube and eating Cheetos off your titties.
You must be a horrible person because you didn't get custody of your children.
So I guess 93% of all the dudes out there are horrible people. Hashtag horrible men. No, you just did that to hurt my feelings. Guess what? You failed.
This channel should be shut down for hate speech.
We all know who said that. And it was the feminists, because that's their default burn when you whip out truth, logic, and statistics, because that's their kryptonite. Wah. I challenge you to find me actually talking about hate Unless I'm talking about hate that I've been accused of saying. Hate? Yeah, no, we don't preach hate here. 3 of these comments and 1 email of why women cannot be in the MGTOW movement. Do the acronym Men Going Their Own Way. And that answers it right there. Hey, look, if you want to be a WGTOW, make your own group. But let's be honest, that's really OPP, Old, Poor, and Powerless. Or OPATH, Old, Poor, Powerless, and Forgotten. Because guess what? Once you get to 40, the feminists don't care about you anymore because you're on the downward spiral. And if you think I'm lying, we have another episode coming up on Our Time. It's a dating website for people who are 45 and older. And holy shit, is that a slow motion train wreck in action. Now listen, I've already covered this in the first Q&A. Check it out. If you look through all my videos, I really don't use the word hate, nor do I monger it. I just hate stupidity. And let's face it, most of the third wave feminist movement is stupidity. I don't hate women at all. I love them. In fact, in my younger days, too much, which leads us right into the next question. When I was younger, I was spreading my seed like an old bird feeder. Well, I had a couple women come back and say, aren't you afraid you're gonna have a child come up and knock on your door one day? No, because when they say, did you know my mother? I'm gonna go,
I don't remember her, or I only saw her from behind. And if I saw her from the head down, you wouldn't be here right now.
and ladies, guess what? That's called joke.
Who's your mama? Where was this at? Seattle? Oh shit. That could have been.
Listen, feminists, I'm gonna get on your soapbox for a moment and say, yes, there are ass bags out there who just have kids everywhere willy-nilly. I'm not one of those guys. I love my kids and I take care of them quite well. And guess what? If I discovered I had one out there, I'd be like, yeah, you're 18, no child support, let's hang out. I gotta massage out the headache that's coming from this next one, man. Woo. I've got a couple questions for advice from some guys who are MGTOW red pill guys. And they keep telling me that they wanna have a kid. And I had a couple of them say,
You know, I have a female friend and she wants to have a child and it's no strings attached. Should I do it?
fuck no. Because guess what? As soon as you put that kid in there, hormones go crazy, logic's out the window, and you're on the hook for 18 to 21 years. When it comes to women, especially modern women, there is no such thing as no strings attached. 34 to 35 is usually when the big head overpowers the little head. That's what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. You know, I had a couple dudes email and ask me why 34 to 35. And basically, it boils down to experience. By 34, 35, you've probably had your teeth kicked in and your heart ripped out through your asshole with a dull spoon. And you've seen your friends get raked through the coals in court. Why do I keep playing this stupid game? You're gonna vote with your feet and go, I'm out of here, motherfuckers, I'm done.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Good! You deserve to die, you little bastard!
One of the main reasons why I make these videos is I'm trying to bring that age for 34 to 35 down to 23, 24. Because guess what? When it happens that early, it's a whole different ballgame. Why? Because most guys are finishing college right there. And that's when they need this, because they're gonna get hooked and raked through the coals, raped in court.
And here's another vicious attempt to hurt my feelings. I hope you die alone.
Wah! I'm gonna give you a shocker here. We all die alone. And I've faced my death many times, and I'm totally cool with it. And while we're at it, why don't you take your hand, pour some warm water in there, so you can release your grip on my icy black dead heart. You know, instead of wasting your time and sending me an email accusing me of that I don't know what marriage is, why don't you email the 65% of the women out there who are filing for divorce, because they obviously don't know what it means either. You don't need to convert me. I know marriage is about love, but feminism, they've converted that into a business. Men are basically getting dissected of their wallets, their hearts, and their souls due to this bullshit. Right up the ass, financial puppet, ATM, pay me please. Before I go into this next one, you have to watch this episode on the Robin Williams tribute.
That's it. Nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose.
So basically, I got this question the day after Robin Williams' widow did that interview. And basically they said, in light of her interview, do you still think alimony drove Robin Williams to his grave? Yes. Because guess what? Gonorrhea! No. That's a lot of money to shell out a month, and when your productivity's going down and all of a sudden you get all those medical things going on, he checked out. The monkey no longer wanted to dance. Far be it from me to disbelieve a filthy rich grieving widow, and she has nothing to lose by painting herself in a good light.
And the judge said all the money. And we'll just shorten it to alimony for the people at home.
All right, we're going to finish out this list, and we're going to do it with this episode, Gender Bender and the 51 Flavors of Insanity. And after we did that episode, I got bombarded by people telling me that sex and gender are different. Well, yes and no. Sex is biological, and gender is basically what you decide to do with your biological parts. If something terrible happens and you're ripped to shreds and all they can find is a few pieces to identify the pieces, you're going to be John or Jane Doe. There is no transgender Doe or pansexual Joe or anything like that in the eyes of a common person who doesn't spend all their time studying this stuff to be offended. That is what we see. I have to say to you, so what, comma? I don't care. And again, for the redundant Department of Redundancy, accused of being a hate monger. Again, truth does not equal hate. To hate something, you actually have to give a shit. You have to care about it. There is no hate in realizing that the game is rigged and you just don't want to play and you walk away. You go to the casino, you know the odds are not in your favor. Are you gonna bet big money? Because if you do, you're gonna get big f***ed. That's why most of us, we stick to the penny slots, maybe the quarters, that's it. And that one statement was so packed full of euphemisms that you can pull it and get it like a slot machine.
All over you.
If you think I really am a hate monger and I'm mongering hate, you probably haven't watched more than 1 minute of any of my shows. We're just a couple of dudes with some beers in the basement with some dry erase boards. This is my therapy. And guess what? That's a winning. And if it entertains you, again, winning. And if it pisses you off, winning. And if it changes somebody's mind out there so they don't f*** themselves up, again, winning. There's no losing at this at all. It's not hate. What's really happening here, ladies, is you're projecting your hate on me. And all I'm really doing here is speaking the truth, which happens to be your weakness. So take some Benadryl and sleep it off. So this wraps up another episode of 19 Reasons Why You Don't Like Me. Wah, I don't care. You like this episode? Check out the links below, Patreon and PayPal. Throw us a couple bucks so we can keep doing this. And while we're at it, hit the subscribe button. Because if you do, I might just have to come over to your mama's house and there will be no strings attached. And feminists, hang on a minute, feminine death at 2.1. Because guess what? That's the age when got most. I am smoother on the liquid sleep. I should do a Ron White and just switch over. You know how many times I've written my fucking will? I wrote my own eulogy. I wrote my own epitaph. Marrying is about love. You're callous, mean, and evil. You know, you don't pick up a piece and go, oh, this guy was bi-curious, a pandemic, whatever. He's a dude, put him in a bag, he's dead.